Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the 2024 Utah's 2nd Congressional District special election, which nobody seems to be talking about because, of course, it's a safe red seat, so why talk about it? Well, you know what, I don't care. 2023 is an off year, there's barely anything going on, there's not even any, stinking primaries this year for 2024. The only things we have going on are a couple special elections here and there. We have Virginia legislative races, we have a Supreme Court race in Pennsylvania, and we have 3 governor's elections in Kentucky, Mississippi, and Louisiana. So, don't question why I'm even trying to cover this, okay? I want to talk about something because this channel is not growing at all and it sucks. So, I'm going to talk about this even though nobody cares. So, first of all, what do we need to know about the 2024 Utah's 2nd Congressional District special election? Well, first of all, we know that it came out when Chris Stewart, the incumbent U.S. representative, announced on May 31, 2023, that he would resign from office due to his wife's ongoing health issues. Now, first of all, you might think, oh, it's 2023 that he announced this, so why is this taking place in 2024? Because of some stupid law that says that he must announce the timeline for the special election within 7 days, and that the earliest date the election could be held is March 5, 2024. So you're telling me that when this guy resigns in September, because that's when he said it was going to be somewhere in September he was going to resign. When he resigns in September, you're just going to leave the seat vacant for like months, okay? Like a month or two is fine, but you're going to leave it vacant for the rest of the year and then into March of 2020. That's ridiculous. But you know what? I'm not here to complain about laws and stuff, so forget that. Anyway, this seat is basically safe Republican. We can take a look back at 2022 if you really want, although, it's not that important. Chris Stewart won this district by around nearly 26 percentage points against Nick Mitchell in 2022. So we look down here, we see a lot of the third-party vote really kind of took away from Chris Stewart. United Utah is a pretty centrist party. I think they probably took about the same from both Democrats and Republicans. The Constitution Party, on the other hand, is pretty conservative, so it probably would have been more like a 62.7, 63% total of the vote for Chris Stewart had the Constitution nominee not been on the ballot. But, I mean, that's kind of beside the point. The point is, he won this by a lot. He won this by nearly 26 percentage points, so you might ask why am I even covering it. I already explained that. See above. Anyway, so blah, blah, blah. This will be the first congressional special election in Utah since the 2017 district and the 3rd district, following the resignation of Jafin Chaffetz. And only the second since 1930. Yeah, who cares about that? Why am I even reading that? So, anyway, I wanted to look at the candidates mainly, because this is going to be a darn interesting primary, I'll tell you that much. There's going to be a lot of people on this ballot. First of all, we have the declared candidates, of which there's only one, that being Becky Edwards, a former state representative from House District 20 for 10 years, and she ran for U.S. Senate in 2022 against incumbent Senator Mike Lee. Mike Lee, as we may know, is pretty darn conservative. I mean, he sided with Trump on a lot of things, pretty. I'm trying to remember exactly. Trump got a little bit mad at him one time, but Trump didn't totally abandon the dude. So, I mean, he was in line with Trump for a good amount of the time. One of the most conservative Republicans, one of the more conservative Republicans, I should say. And Becky Edwards ran against this guy in 2022. And she did really, really, really well for, a challenger to incumbent, that is. Now, here was the results. She won nearly 30% against an incumbent. And Mike Lee, she was within 35 points of beating this guy. Within 35 points she was of beating this guy. That's good for a challenger to an incumbent. So, I'd say that's pretty significant. She was the more centrist candidate in this race. She was the more centrist one. Considering the fact she only got 11% of votes in the ballot in the primary ballot, at the convention, that's pretty good. Now, of course, she didn't win the nomination, but like, who's gonna win a nomination against an incumbent that literally hasn't done anything extremely controversial? That's a pretty good showing. So anyway, based on that alone, I might be tempted to say that, yeah, she has the name recognition. She's likely going to take this nomination. But of course, we got other people to look at, so let's look at some other people while we're at it. We have Gil Almquist, Washington County Commissioner. Yeah, I don't think anyone cares. Kathleen Anderson, Communications Director of the Utah Republican Party and candidate for Utah's 4th Congressional District in 2020. Yeah, not a good look that you ran in one congressional district in 2020 that's not the 2nd district. Just saying. Might not be such a great idea to run in one district and then run in another district later. So, yeah. And you know what? Let's look at how she did in the primary too. Yeah, she only got like what? Wait, no, wait. She wasn't even on the ballot. She got eliminated. Yeah, she got eliminated from being on the ballot. So anyway, not even really that relevant. Jordan Hess, vice chair of the Utah Republican Party. Yeah, maybe some name recognition there, but most of the time, chairs of like party organizations, like if you haven't been elected already, like statewide or elected as a state representative, I don't think a lot of people know who you are. Like, do I know the chair of the Indiana Republican Party because I'm from Indiana? No, I don't think I really do. So I don't know why this guy would be an extremely viable candidate, but he has expressed interest apparently. Victor Iverson, chair of the Washington County Commission. Yeah. Again, I don't think anyone cares. Mike Kennedy, state senator from Senate District 21 and candidate for U.S. Senate in 2018. Yeah, this is hilarious, guys. This is so funny. Look at how funny this is. This guy lost to a failed presidential candidate in a primary who was from Massachusetts. Why? Why does this guy think he can now run for? Okay, I get it. Okay, Mitt Romney's a Mormon and Utah likes their Mormons and such. And he got 72% of the vote against Obama. Sure. That's great. But all the same, why wasn't this a little bit closer? Like, why this guy cannot have been a great candidate to have allowed a literal carpetbagger from Massachusetts come after him, okay? And like lose the nomination by like well over 40 points. So yeah, I don't know what business this guy is running for House when he couldn't even defeat Romney in a primary, but I mean, to be fair, it is Utah. Utah likes their Mormons, and Romney probably has like family in Utah or something. So I don't know. I guess I guess it wasn't that much of a surprise, but all the same, this guy really shouldn't be thinking of really shouldn't be really thinking of running when he couldn't even defeat a carpetbagger. Anyway, Aaron Ryder, attorney, former staffer to then U.S. Senator Orrin Hatchen, candidate for this district in 2022. Yeah, let's take a look at how she did. She did decent for a challenger to an incumbent for sure against Chris Stewart. Now, she might actually have a decent advantage going into this were she to declare simply because she's already been voted for in the primary, and people are probably going to say, "Oh yeah, that person who ran against Chris Stewart, I kind of liked her, I guess. I mean, Chris Stewart was better, but maybe we should take her just because he's no longer going to be with us." So, yeah, I don't know, might have a chance. Adam Snow, Washington County Commissioner. Why are there so many Washington County people in this race? Just stop. Todd Weiler, state senator from Senate District 8. Yeah, just another state senator, dude. Who cares? Amy Winder Newton, a candidate for governor of Utah in 2020. Where's the like Winder Newton person? She made it to 26% of the votes in round 5, so heck, I don't know. But like who really cares? If she couldn't win the nomination, she couldn't win it. So anyway. And then we have a whole bunch of other people. I'm not going to bother to cover all these people. Cheryl Allen, Robert Axson, chair of the Utah Republican Party. Again, just like being the vice chair of the Republican Party, you're not going to get a whole lot of recognition from that. Brad Bonham, entrepreneur. Derek Brown, former chair of the Utah Republican Party and former state representative. Nobody cares. Kim Coleman, Henry Eyring, Bruce Ho. Why are there so many chairs and former chairs of the Utah Republican Party running in this? This is ridiculous. Okay, I mean, they're not running, but like, for real, how many of them are there? Thomas Wright. Okay, I'm not even going to count them. Anyway, Carson Jorgensen, Daniel McKay, Derek Miller, Corey Norman, Jason Perry, John Pike. Sean Rise actually could win this primary just due to name recognition alone. The issue is that guy, if Republicans want him to run at all, he would probably be best running against Mitt Romney and actually trying to primary out Romney, because Republicans kind of need, if they want to primary out Romney with a more MAGA candidate, Sean Rise is MAGA. He's pretty pro-Trump overall, and he, in general, he's just got the name recognition. Like, I mean, Trent Staggs is also running for U.S. Senate, by the way, and like that guy doesn't have much name recognition. So if they can like unify against like one statewide elected guy that's MAGA to primary out Mitt Romney, that would probably be Sean Rise. But I don't see him running for House, so I think that's kind of unrealistic. Bob Stevenson and Thomas Wright. So yeah, those are the people. Again, not many of these names actually mean anything. They're just names. But literally any of them could end up being the new congressman from Utah's 2nd Congressional District. Becky Edwards is the only one to have declared. I think she, as of right now, just because she's the only one, she's probably the favorite. But she did so well against Mike Lee, she could actually do decent. Democratic candidates. Kathleen Reeb, who's a state senator. I don't know, guys. I mean, good luck with that, okay? I don't think anyone cares. You're a Democrat in an R plus what? R plus 26 district? Why are you running for this? Don't you want to keep your okay, whatever. Do whatever you want. And then under publicly expressed interest, we have Nick Mitchell, scientist, business owner, and nominee for this district in 2022. Yeah, let's see how he did. Oh, wait, you mean the guy who got 34% of the vote? Don't want him. Cale Weston, former U.S. State Department official, nominee for this district in 2020, and candidate for U.S. Senate in 2022. Okay, so he's mostly... Okay, well, he did a little bit better, I guess, than the other dude, but still, I mean, forget it. He's not great or anything. Oh yeah, he did run for U.S. Senate in 2022. However, he was not on the ballot because Utah Democrats played it really smart and they nominated Evan McMullin. They backed his campaign, they endorsed his campaign to try and defeat Mike Lee so that they could get like a centrist, like anti-Trump Republican essentially in there. And then Ben McAdams is under potential, and I don't know why this guy would run. Number one, that would be carpetbagging because he was from the 4th Congressional District, and this is the 2nd Congressional District. And second, the only reason Ben McAdams even won a seat in Utah to begin with was because of the blue wave of 2018. Other than that, I don't know, like, for real. He was literally defeated in 2020. Why would he try and run in a special election in a deep red district? Unless there's another blue wave or something, but that's ridiculous. Don't ever, no. It's not going to happen. Independents. This is what's interesting. If Democrats want a chance at winning a somewhat getting like a partial victory in this district, they can nominate Evan McMullin, or not nominate him, but they can back Evan McMullin's campaign should he run, and maybe try and generate some hype around this race and really push the money in there and try and fund McMullin heavily. And then maybe they could get, somebody who's like an anti-Trump Republican in Congress, which would be a victory for them. Now, here's the only issue, though. Evan McMullin's already lost the Senate race. And sure, he lost it by 10, which in Utah, like the fact he was the Democrat essentially in this race, he did a darn good job. But he still lost by 10. He still lost by double digits. And if we go down here, we can actually see how much of the vote he got in the 2nd district, or Chris Stewart's district. Out of all the districts other than the 4th district, he lost this district by the most. The other 2 districts, he only lost them by 8. In the 2nd district, he lost it by 11. So if he wants to run for a U.S. House seat, he should probably choose either the 1st or the 3rd district to run in. That's just my opinion personally. If he really wants to win, that's probably what he should do, is run in one of those 2 districts. The 2nd district, probably he won't win that. He might make it single digits. In fact, I could very much see that, especially with lower turnout and if there's a lot of push for him by Utah Democrats. But overall, I still think it would be a long shot for McMullin to be able to win this seat. And heck, it's not even like he's actually declared. He just is a potential candidate. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my video about 2024 Utah 2nd Congressional District Special Election. Like this video down below if you enjoyed this video. And of course, stay subscribed, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And we'll be doing more videos like this in the future. See you next time. Bye.